Today is International Holocaust Remembrance Day, marking 81 years since the liberation of Auschwitz. More than 1 million people were killed at that camp, most of them Jewish.
Today, the state and the University of Denver announced the creation of a permanent position at DU, advancing Holocaust education and research. 9 News reporter Evan Krugel was at that dedication today. And Evan, you had the chance to talk to a Holocaust survivor who spoke there as well.
Yeah, a remarkably powerful event, Phil. O.C. Slodek was just 10 years old when his family had to flee Jewish roundups by the Nazis in his home country of Slovakia. 80 years later, he's sharing part of that story at that dedication today.
I am here today as a Holocaust survivor from this community. I was born in a wonderful democracy that quickly collapsed when the Nazis took control and my life became hell.
Now, Ossie is quite a musician, so at today's dedication, he sang and danced and watched the Denver Young Artists Orchestra perform on that violin right there that once belonged to his father. Ossie says in total, 28 of his family members were killed during the Holocaust, many of those in concentration camps. He was able to hide out in the mountains before eventually moving to Israel and then to the United States. Slodek is now 90 years old and says while it's still difficult to talk about, it's important to share his story. The endowed professorship position that Phil mentioned earlier will do just that, with a focus on the study of anti-Semitism along with Holocaust education and research.
I'm so pleased that Denver will be home to the first endowed professorships of this kind. I know this will inspire change and shape future generations who can learn from the lessons of the Holocaust.
DU is already home to the Holocaust Awareness Institute, which aims to use the lessons of the Holocaust to prepare future generations to lead with moral courage and responsibility. Kim, this seemed like a natural fit to have this at DU, considering all of those connections they already have to Holocaust history.
Absolutely. I mean, we should be very, very proud that we have something like that here and keeping those stories going. We know the people directly associated are dwindling. We don't have as many of those stories, and it's more critical than ever that we keep those alive.
Only 200,000 Holocaust survivors left today, Kim, so certainly crucial to keep those stories alive.
All right, that's exciting, and that's good news. Thank you, Evan.
A man who was in custody at the Denver Downtown Detention Center has died. Denver Sheriff's Department says the man was found unresponsive around 3:30 this morning. Denver police will lead the investigation into his death. They are not sharing who that person was or how they died.
Loveland is once again struggling with solutions to help the city's homeless. Today, the city's mayor is talking about what's next for Loveland leaders after they scraped the plans for a long-term shelter. Loveland announced it's closing the Loveland Resource Center at the end of April. That serves as the only overnight adult homeless shelter in town. They were hoping to buy a building on 71st Street to serve as a new overnight shelter and resource center. That's not happening because the only qualified organization to operate that building withdrew.
We are going to do everything we can to help the folks that are out there today, try and find a path to get them to a place where they can be comfortable, find a place to be in and of itself. We're not just dropping the ball saying, hey, this is it, we're done. We're going to work with nonprofits, we're going to work with the faith-based, see what capacity they have to help us out.
City leaders say they will continue to work with community partners, but the city will no longer run shelter services.
Changes in leadership continue at Telluride Mountain Village.
Yeah, the mayor and the mayor pro tem have resigned, and today, town manager Paul Weiser announced that he's taking administrative leave effective immediately. This follows a special meeting Sunday, announcing that the town will investigate the attempted purchase of a portion of the ski resort. That attempted purchase, as well as the ski patrol strike, led to the town's mayor, Marty Prohaski, to resign. In December, the Telluride Professional Ski Patrol Association went on the longest ski patrol strike in U.S. history. The assistant town manager will now take over as acting town manager during Weiser's leave.